Extremely proud of our group. If you had told me at the beginning of the season we would finish with 7 scholarship kids and a walk-on and still have a chance to go to the semifinals of a conference tournament, I think people would have thought, I was crazy. But I'm extremely proud of this group. They are resilient. They're tough. They're fun young ladies to be around. They're quirky. They got a lot of personality and a lot of spunk, and it makes it easy for us as coaches to come in and do our jobs every day. But I can't say enough about this group. I can't say enough about the, 2 or 3 that have played 40 minutes a game. I can't say enough about, Tasha, our walk-on that's come in and provided us some really good minutes. Wasn't our day today, but extremely proud of the crew that we have and those that are coming back.
Start with questions.
What were you guys doing? How were you able to keep it close through the first 3 quarters?
I would say that we played as a team. We tried to share the ball more and, try to give them a run on defense.
What Amaya said, just playing together, just being aggressive, attacking, driving, kicking, things like that. Just trying to get everybody involved as much as we could.
I think just to piggyback on that, I think rebounding was super huge for us. As mostly everybody in the league knows, our game has a lot to do with transition, and if we don't rebound and if we don't get stops, we can't get out and run in transition. So I think for us in the beginning, we did a really good job of rebounding. We did a good job of running when we needed to run, when we could run. We did a pretty good job of feeding the hot hand. So I think the girls did a really good job of paying attention to the game plan and executing that on the offensive and defensive end.
Coach, you did a pretty good job keeping UAlbany shooting under 40% for the entire game. Can you talk about the defensive schemes that you were throwing at them, how you kind of kept the ball away from Hagerstein and Caleb Hooper by double teaming them? I thought you did a very good job at that.
Were we doubling?
No, we didn't do that.
No doubling. Just sticking to our defensive principles. We talked a lot about playing ourselves and battling ourselves, and defensively we talk about where we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to defend in the post, on the ball, who we can kind of sag off of, and who we can kind of press up on. So I think for us, we used our length in some ways to kind of disrupt some things, but I think defensively, we were pretty much locked in on just not letting people get what they usually get.
Hey, Coach. You guys have the story coming in. You guys have went on a 3-game winning streak to even get into the tournament. Do you think that fatigue set in the 4th? Because you guys were basically playing a playoff game every game to get into this conference tournament.
I'll let Katie and Amaya take it.
Absolutely not. No fatigue, because like you said, it was every single game. So it's like something that we're used to. We're used to playing that kind of game. Like the second half of the season is like that every single game. So I would say that we were pretty used to close games or having to make quick decisions down the stretch.
Yeah, I would say what Kaylin said, just every game was neck at neck at the end. So,
What does UAlbany do defensively that makes them so hard to score on?
I think they do a pretty good job of trying to dig off the ball, off dribble penetration. If we do have an advantage and on the post, I think kind of keeping us on our toes of when are they going to trap or when are they going to try to double and off of whom. So I think they do just a pretty good job of that detail of if they decide this game they're going to dig and double off the second bounce, then everybody knows they're going to dig and double off the second bounce. Other than that, I think, when you press, or sometimes you press, sometimes you pull off the press, I mean, that's a little bit of a mind game as well. But I think for us, I mean, we got shots. We actually took 53 shots to their 51, and we just made 3 less shots than they did. So I think for us, we typically got whatever shot we wanted to. It was just a matter of knocking it down when we were open when we needed to.
I had a question. Coach, if you could please speak about one thing I always believe in, like when it's a player's last year. I don't think she's here, Millie. She didn't come out in the press conference. I'm assuming this is her last year, right?
Who?
Millie
I'm sorry.
Carrera?
Oh, Millie?
Yeah.
Millie will be back another year.
Oh, she'll be back another year? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can only bring two. So.
Gotcha.
She's from Peru, so her English, she's a little shy about her English. So she jetted as soon as I said, who wants to? And she was like, I'm out. Love you guys. I was like, all right, girl, see you. So you get, these two young ladies right here.
Okay. All right. No, I was just going to say, because you guys will definitely be back next year. Just what do you look forward to? I mean, coming off the 3-game winning streak and then coming into the tournament, I mean, obviously didn't end the way you wanted it to, but I mean, what are you going to do going into the off season that's going to make you guys stronger for next year?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to a full roster. So, for me, that'll be good, but we're going to take the time to recover and take care of ourselves. Again, it's been a long year. I don't know who did that non-conference schedule, but off with their head. But so we're going to take our time. We're going to recover. We're going to physically recover, mentally recover, love up on one another, celebrate one another, because even though it was a quick end for us, I'm still extremely proud of this group and this team, and there still is a whole lot to celebrate moving forward. But full roster, getting healthy, taking the time that we need, postseason conversations, talking to kids about what they want to get better, at offensively, defensively, what we think about as well, and then just continuing to learn and grow together as a team and a unit. So just really excited about that.
Okay. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you just explain how you feel, because it seems like it's kind of eating you up that you lost the game. It's only clearly obviously your play, so you give everything you got. So if you can just express how you feel.
I feel like overall just this season, we really struggled the first 2 months of the season. Like what we did the past 2 weeks is a big deal. I just kind of wish, we could do that throughout the whole season. I mean, we're close every game just about, but, those ones, the fact that we did all that the past 2 weeks to get into the tournament means a lot to me. And I'm just kind of, upset that, we didn't get the result we wanted, but I feel like, next year we'll be good.
Watch out. Watch out.
I got one last question. So we start a very important month, which is Women's History Month. So this question is for all three of you. If you could just express your inspiration during this month as we celebrate Women's History Month, any inspiration for any of you guys?
I would say my inspiration would be, of course, my mother and my head coach. Yeah. Both of them, just I've witnessed them persevere through so much, so many unspeakable things that would knock most people down, but they just get up and keep swinging and give it their all, and that's something that you gotta love and respect about them. So yeah, those are two people I definitely,
I would say my grandma. She went through a lot, and she made sure to provide a lot for my family, me and my mom, my uncles, my little brother. Just she pushed through a lot and made sure everyone got what they need.
Obviously, we have a lot of strong women in our lives. For me, my mother is extremely strong as well. But as I continue to grow in this business, and hopefully have some longevity in the business, any Black female head coach at this moment is my inspiration. So watching them on the sideline, whether it be Joni Taylor, whether it be Dawn Staley, whether it be Niele Ivey, any of those women, Jada Pierce, Billy Gotzi at Iona, who's doing great things. Any Black female head coach right now is who inspires me at this moment. So I'm going to keep plugging along, I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep being inspired, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to inspire my team moving forward.
Thank you.
Final questions?